Mikey, where are we? This is the first time I've seen the world.
Who would have thought I'd find children of gold and diamonds? Now I'm gonna be the ultimate wizard.
So what do we do now? This magician is kind, but I'm bored.
You guys get your strength back, and I'll go make you a meal. It'll be delicious.
Mikey, here's our chance to escape. Mikey, I think now might be the best time to run away. We're strong enough to do it now.
Are you sure we can escape through the woods? There could be a lot of dangerous animals or monsters out there. Although, I thought we could try stealing magic brooms. We could fly long distances really fast on them.
Well, let's give it a shot. Although, I think there's a good chance we'll just crash.
You just hold on to your broom and think as you fly. We have magical powers anyway.
Mikey, look, we're flying. This is so cool. I thought it was gonna be hard.
Look, we managed to get to the village. Here, we can start our life on our own. Do you know how to get food?
Let's just look around for a while. We'd better start by hiding in a cabin somewhere. So let's pick one we like. I already see one.
I liked this house too, but it's on a lock.
I can help you get inside this house. The little ones have to help each other.
We were very lucky and met a kind villager. So, what's inside? Mikey, we really shouldn't stay here.
I see a well up ahead. Let's try to hide there. So that little villager tricked us? This world is a terrible place.
Now I realize we can't trust anyone here.
JJ, it turns out everyone in this village now wants to find us and destroy us. So let's run away as soon as we get a chance.
Let's do it right now. I don't want to wait any longer.
What do you think of the idea of trying to hide from the villagers inside the mine? It's deep, so we'll definitely come up with an escape plan.
You're right. It's better than trying to run on the ground anyway. And by the way, you didn't think the villagers down there would attack us?
Look at them. These villagers don't need anything more than a pickaxe. I also feel like I'm getting bigger. That's very cool.
Now we'll be able to do more different activities. And look, there's a lot of gold further down. Let's see what's in there. Since we are getting big now, let's try to explore this cave on our own. There are so many passages. And there's lava. We'd better not fall into it.
What's gonna happen to us? We're made of gold and diamonds. You're right, though. It's better not to check.
Just don't run too far away from me. I could lose you. And just as I thought, Mikey ran in a random direction. I'm gonna have to run after him.
JJ, don't you think this is a lot of fun? We run around and get into different aisles.
I'd ask you to stop, because there's something weird going on here. Wait, look, there's two of me. Help somebody.
Well, now I want to do that too. So I'm not gonna stop. And you heard there's a cow running around with us. I hope it doesn't crush us.
What a horror. I finally got to catch up with you. And you know what? I'm gonna break you. That way, you won't get in my way.
Wait, don't do that. You do realize a couple more blows and I'll be gone, right? I'm not sure I can survive without a body.
Well, I broke your body. Except you're still alive. So congratulations.
Fix me, please.
Now you'll travel in peace with me. Don't worry, I can get your body back.
But where can you find so much gold?
Remember the cave we flew out of? I think anything's possible there.
Don't forget that on the surface, you'll have to run past villagers. And they won't just stand there and watch you.
I've thought about it and decided it's best to give you your body back right now.
Look, a villager's running from someone. That's so funny. I thought they were on the same side as the villagers, but they're not.
If I were a golem, I would also attack villagers who behave so badly. And by the way, I think when I give you your body back, you'll be an adult.
Oh yeah, that's what I dreamed of. Thank you so much. But I still don't know how you got so much gold out of the mine.
You should look around better, and you'd have gold too.
Once again, I've missed the best part. I don't feel like an adult at all. JJ, did you do the right thing with my body?
Mikey, look, I did it. You're gonna be a lot stronger than you were before, and so will I. So let's go somewhere else.
JJ, look at this. The whole village is on fire. We can't just run past it, so let's try to put the fire out.
I'm not sure we're gonna make it. I mean, we don't have any blocks.
But we have so much gold. Let's think of something to make with it. I'm sure you have a plan, and I'll help you.
Then, we will need an awful lot of wood to start with, because without a workbench and sticks, we can't do anything.
I can't believe how fast you're doing this.
I'm a pro. Mikey, I'm starting to make us some armor, because inside the village, we may encounter enemies. That's probably true.
Now I understand why the whole village was on fire. Let's avenge the villagers. You'll make us swords, won't you?
I already gave you a golden sword. Isn't that enough? And your armor is good too. So let's put it all on and run at the enemy army.
Okay, well, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. So I'm gonna fight with you. You just make sure you don't get surrounded.
It's gonna be okay. I have diamond armor and weapons, so no matter how many enemies there are, I'll win them.
And why did they decide to attack this village in the first place? I don't see any mountains of emeralds or diamonds.
There's probably just something we don't know about this place, so let's just fight, and then the villagers will tell us everything.
Finally, we can be real heroes. And you're okay in there?
To be honest, I fell down a well, but it's even easier for me to fight here, because my enemies can't get away from me. Well, we've managed to defeat all the enemies in this village. So now, let's put out all the houses.
Did you notice the way the villager was looking at us? He sure doesn't know what's going on here. And are we sure we're gonna have enough balloons we found?
Of course you are. The fire hasn't had time to spread to the roofs of all the houses yet. So, we're just going to throw the balloons fast, and all the fire will be gone.
I really hope that after we save this village, the villagers will respect us.
I don't think there's any other way. After all, we were the only ones who could fight such a large army of enemies and still win.
That was a really cool fight.
I had fun too, but I don't want to do it anymore.
You're right. For now, we need a good rest.
Well, we finally made it to the mine from which we were born. You're interested in getting inside, aren't you?
Surely we can learn the secret of our creation. What if there's a whole nation of people like us? That would be awesome!
Mikey, look at this. Why are our copies here? It's really weird looking.
Why don't we just run away from here? 'Cause I'm starting to feel kind of bad, and I'm hearing strange noises outside.
The worst that can happen is that we meet the sorcerer who took us.
You shouldn't have thought you could run away from me. You're not the first JJ and Mikey, so it's time for you to come home.
And that's it. We're in a magical prison. I don't think we're gonna get out of here.
Relax, I'm sure we'll find something underground, so just give me time. And there's a cave.
I hope you can find the blocks to building something strong.
Mikey, we should be able to make some real dynamite pretty soon, and that's because I was able to find sand and gunpowder.
I can't believe this was all under that witch doctor's prison. But are you sure it's enough?
No, I'm not sure about anything anymore. So I'm just gonna do what I do best. And you make sure the sorcerer doesn't notice.
You can go about your business in peace for now. I don't think anyone's gonna be checking up on us anytime soon, and maybe I should come down too.
Why don't you stay upstairs? I'm doing really well so far. I've got all the powder, so now it's time to get the sand.
Are you really gonna do this with your hands?
Of course not. I can't make dynamite with my hands. So I'm gonna spend my time building myself a shovel. And I probably want a rock shovel.
All right, make yourself a shovel. In the meantime, I'll just hope you can save us. I really don't want to be in jail.
I also have a lot of questions about that cave. You haven't forgotten what we saw, have you? And the sorcerer said we're not the first ones to do this.
All right, I've seen a few more versions of myself, and it's really scary. Let's run down there again when we get out of jail.
If we can make it, of course.
So you're not sure about this dynamite anymore?
No, I still think we can blow up the prison and escape. And then, how do you feel about getting revenge on the wizard?
I'd love to put dynamite in his house and activate that, but I don't think we can do that.
Well, I want to try it anyway. And by the way, I already made myself a rock shovel. So soon I'll have all the sand.
Don't forget to make a lighter. We're not gonna be able to detonate the dynamite without it. How are you gonna get up there? We can't fly.
Since I have a lot of wood around here, I'm just going to make a ladder for me, but I'll have to sacrifice blocks of sand.
That's not good. I thought you were gonna make dynamite out of all the blocks.
I didn't really have that much powder, so you can't use all the sand. But don't worry, we'll have more than one block.
All right, then I'll meet you upstairs as soon as possible. 'Cause I'm scared up here too. Any minute now, I could be destroyed by a spell.
Don't worry, I already have the dynamite, so I'm going to proceed with the second part of my plan. I'm gonna build a big ladder.
But you remember where you need to go upstairs, don't you?
Of course I remember. I was on top not too long ago, so don't be afraid of anything. And when I come up, we're gonna be in a little bit of pain.
Now, that's something I always dislike. Why dynamite can't explode safely? Although that would be weird.
Well, it's better than spending the rest of your life in that witch doctor's prison. And when we're free, we can go wherever we want.
Thank you so much for reminding me what we're fighting for. I was about to give up, but now I'm gonna go all the way, just like you.
And I'm almost up to you. Tell me, why did you put up the block? Now I'm gonna have to dig it up.
I was just afraid someone might notice the hole in the ground. Now that you're here, let's make a big bang. All set?
Of course, all that's left is to decide where to put the dynamite. Although we don't have much choice, so we'll put it in the corner. Mikey, hold on tight.
That's scary. What if it doesn't work? No, it did. That's so cool. JJ, let's blow up the wizard's house too. I thought you wanted to.
Of course I'm gonna do it. Look how much fun.
It wasn't that long ago that we lived here, and I thought it was cool.
The thing is, times change. We've learned a lot of new things, and now the sorcerer can't fool us.
So, what do we do next? I wasn't thinking about anything but revenge.
We can live our lives to our heart's content, so let's get out of here. It's so cool that we got away. Mikey, don't you want to build a house?
That's just a great idea. But let's keep the cabins separate. After all, I want a gold house and you want a diamond house. And then we'll compare notes on who's doing better.
Are you sure you have a chance against me?
There's always a chance. It just scares me that we're not that far from the wizard's cottage.
I don't think that's a problem. We've gotten even stronger since we escaped, so the two of us can defeat any threat. You realize that yourself.
All right, I agree with you. Where else are you gonna get all the furniture from? You're not gonna build it yourself.
Of course, we just don't have any other choice. In the meantime, I still want to make a nice bottom on all sides, so it's gonna take a lot of time.
Now this will surprise you, but I can't wrap things up quickly either, because my house is gonna be prettier than yours. You can be sure of that.
I don't think I've ever heard you talk so loud before, and that's good.
It's just that now I realize what I'm capable of.
And how are you doing with the house? I'm almost done with the walls. All that's left is the roof. You're not going very fast, though.
I just think ahead of time about where things are going to stand.
Our houses did turn out very nice indeed. So now we have to make them look nice. And I have so many ideas.
What I like most is that we were able to make all the furniture we wanted ourselves. Too bad we won't have electronics.
If we'd stayed at the witch doctor's house a little longer, we could have gotten the television. Although freedom is much more precious to me.
I agree. I've decided I'm going to put the bed in the center of the house. It'll be very comfortable.
And I arrange things so they don't get in my way. I mean, I've made a lot of bookcases. Without a phone, you're gonna have to read a lot.
You also said you were able to make a big red couch. That's a mystery to me. Where did you get the materials from?
You've seen how long it took me to get the resources. Of course I could make myself anything I wanted. And by the way, I'm getting a television. Did I surprise you?
It just can't be.
Well, then you can come and check it out for yourself as you have time.
You sound too convincing. Look, you're gonna let me in, right? I can't survive in these woods without movies.
Of course I'll let you in. Although I'm more pleased with the number of bookshelves in my house. They're literally everywhere.
You know, I'm not interested in your books at all.
That's too bad. You're really missing out on a lot. I also put a big floor clock in my apartment. I don't know how, but I managed to get it to start.
I didn't believe it would work at all. Maybe you secretly learned magic.
No, I just did everything very carefully. And I got it right. And by the way, now I'm gonna be remodeling the kitchen.
So what are you gonna have in there?
In fact, I'll have everything you're used to seeing in your kitchen.
Will you even have a refrigerator and a sink? I still can't believe it.
See, you don't believe me because you can't concentrate. I'm also gonna be making a bar. It's a lifelong dream of mine.
You really have a very cool house, although mine's just as good.
Are you sure about that?
Of course you are. Soon you'll be able to see for yourself. There's not much time left.
All right, I'm really interested in seeing your house already. I mean, you couldn't have done it the way I did. That would really surprise me.
Well, then be prepared to give me all your diamonds of awesomeness.
How long it's been since we made our homes. Me and Mikey have gotten old. And let me check out your house.
Of course you can. I told you you'd be surprised at how beautiful my place is.
I'm almost in. Wait, what is that? Mikey, you call that beautiful? Although I'm surprised you have a television. But the rest of it's just weird.
I wasn't really trying to beat you. I was just trying to trick you. And it worked.
You're gonna regret doing this to me.